Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brandon here from Brandon B Productions. Sorry for this unannounced video, just dropping it randomly, but I kind of had something I wanted to talk about, and I figured this deserved its own video as opposed to just being in a behind the scenes or a Q&A or so. So I'm just filming off the webcam because it's just, just something small, and really wanted to talk to you guys about this and address some things. So, as you know, we just released the Slasher Trilogy. If you guys haven't checked it out, actually, definitely go check it out. Spoilers are going to be in this video, so, you've been warned. So basically, the biggest concern and complaint that I've had about these films are there's not a lot of character development. Now, I can understand, where you guys are coming from in the sense that these characters are on screen for such a short time that by the time they're killed, you don't really know how to react to them because you just got to know them. So it's like, all right, this guy died, but I don't know if he was an asshole and deserved to get killed or if he was a good person and shouldn't have been killed. So I can understand where you guys are coming from, but I'm going to tell you why I didn't put a whole lot of development into the first film. I really didn't want the characters to steal the show in a way that these films are meant to be focused on the slashers themselves, hence why it's called Voorhees a Slasher Story, Myers a Slasher Story, and Ghostface, as opposed to Friday the 13th, Halloween, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street. It's to focus on the specific characters. So that's why I didn't really develop the victims, because the victims weren't what you were supposed to remember out of this film, but rather the slasher themselves. So that's kind of why I did like that. The movies themselves even kind of do that. I mean, the only victims you really remember are like Tommy Jarvis, Nancy Thompson, Sydney from Scream. You know, you get the picture. The ones who showed up in multiple different films and who had such a big role, they were the ones who were going to defeat the killer. So that's why you kind of knew who these guys were throughout multiple films and you remembered them. But who remembers Jesse from Nightmare on Elm Street 2? Not a lot of people. Who remembers Freddy Krueger from that film? Everybody. Who remembers Violet from Friday the 13th Part 5? Not a lot of people. If you do, it's because of that dance scene that she did. Who remembers Jason being a copycat killer in that film? Just about everybody who watched the film. So that's kind of what they were trying to do, and that's kind of what I was trying to do. But then again, they had 2.5 hours and a huge Hollywood budget with a big crew in a studio to be able to do that, whereas I have a camera, myself, and a couple friends and family who are willing to shoot on their free time. So I don't exactly have the biggest budget to do so, but I thought throughout the Slasher Trilogy that I actually gave more character development to these characters, but a lot of people still said no, it wasn't enough. Myers, that's why the old guy in the beginning of that has some character development, so that you know who this guy is before he dies. Ghostface, I thought, did the best job of showing you at least who the characters were and how they acted with each other and how they acted away from each other. So, I don't know, a lot of people still think it's not enough character development. So, that's what I'm here to ask you guys today. What do you want me to do differently with the next upcoming slasher films to develop the victims better? Like, how do you want them developed? Is kind of what I'm asking to those who, of course, think that there's not enough, or feel there's not enough character development. How do you want me to develop them? What specifically do you want me to include in the story so that the characters feel a little more developed and you have, more of a straightforward emotion when these characters die? As well as, what are some things from the Slasher Trilogy that you liked and you want to see, brought into the next ones? And what were some things in the Slasher Trilogy that were just so bad, that they need to be completely removed? They shouldn't even touch this next film, or these next films. Stuff like that, because after all, it is you guys who are going to be, watching this content. So I kind of want your guys' input on this so that I know, that everyone's happy. I mean, I know you can't please everybody, but, I like to keep the majority of everyone happy. Just make as many people happy with this as I can. That's ultimately the goal of this. So what exactly is it that you guys want? You know, that's what I'm asking. A serious question. What do you want to see? What don't you want to see? How do you want characters developed? Do you think we should borrow from certain films? Like, I know a lot of people said don't borrow from the Rob Zombie Halloween films, borrow from the John Carpenter films. Some people have said don't borrow from the remakes, borrow from the originals, or take these aspects from the remakes but mix them in with these from the originals. So stuff like that is what I like to see in the comments. So in the comments of this video, you know, just let's have a discussion. You know, do this, do this, do this, do that. And hey, if you guys see a comment that you don't agree with or you do agree with it, then thumbs it up and even reply to it, so this way I can see that this comment has a lot of likes and has a lot of replies of people agreeing to it. So then it's like, okay, you know, I'm gonna do this. Or if I see something, somebody says do this, and then everyone's replying disagreeing with it, everyone's disliking the comment, so then I know, you know, take this one into consideration, not necessarily that one. So that's really what I wanted to say today. It was just a quick video. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of the slasher trilogy, what you want brought from the slasher trilogy into the next slasher films, what you don't want brought from the slasher trilogy into the next slasher films, how you want me to develop the characters better, what you want me to take from what, you know, just stuff like that along those lines, etc. You get the picture. So that's about it for today, guys. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed. Drop a dislike on this video if you didn't enjoy it. Keep it real here. Again, drop comments. Subscribe to the channel. A lot of people ask Brandon what's going on with these other channels. Subscribe to Brandon B Behind the Scenes. That's the biggest channel that we're going to be using, and that channel is really going to be getting a lot of uploads soon. And then the rest of them are kind of take it or leave it. If you guys want to subscribe to them, it's all completely optional to you guys. I'm going to be doing more content on them soon. So, yeah, that's about it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.